To doubt yourself is to doubt your creator. And to doubt your creator is to lack faith. So some of us call ourselves believers, but then we doubt ourselves, which is the complete opposite of being a believer. So how do we build that self-confidence? How do we build that self-confidence? Well, let's talk about it. Number one, you got to keep the promises you make to yourself. One of the reasons that some of us don't have a good reputation with ourselves is because of the fact that we make promises and we don't keep them. We say we're going to do something and we don't follow through. And so how many of us would continue to have a relationship with somebody? How many of us would trust our friend? Like, what if you had a friend and all your friend ever did was tell you something and not deliver? Are they going to remain your friend for a long time? Like, how many of us have maybe had a loved one where they make promises and they don't keep those promises? Do you trust your loved one when they make commitments and don't follow through with those commitments? So some of us are like, well, why don't I trust me? Because you keep making commitments and not following through on those commitments. You keep making promises and then not delivering on those promises. How could you trust you if you don't even do what you said you were going to do? If you want to build an unwavering self-confidence, do the things that you said you were going to do. Not just on a large scale, but on a small scale. If you say you're going to wake up at a certain time, wake up at a certain time. If you say that you're going to be somewhere, don't back out last minute just because you don't feel like it. Because your entire life is going to be filled with things that you don't feel like doing. If you give your word, keep it. So that way your word actually means something. So some of you are like, how do I build confidence in my team? How do I build a team that has confidence in me as a leader? Well, if you want to have a team that has confidence in you as a leader, you need to show up. You have to be true north. You have to be the most consistent and certain thing in their entire life. You have to be like the wave crashing on the ocean, where we don't wonder if the wave's going to crash on the ocean. We know it's going to crash on the ocean. If you want to build self-confidence, then you need to keep the promises that you make to yourself. If you want to build confidence within your team, well, then you need to keep the promises that you make to them. You have to be certain. Can we do that? So that's number one in building self-confidence. Keep the promises that you make to yourself. Keep the promises that you make to your team. Stop lying to yourself and stop making commitments that you're not willing to follow through with. Number two, preparation. Self-confidence comes from preparation. When you know you've done the work up front, there's a different level of confidence. How many of us know who Steph Curry is? Hopefully everybody. How many of us have seen Steph Curry take a three and without the ball even going in the hoop, he turns around and starts running back on defense? And some people are like, oh, that's arrogance. Is that arrogance? Or is that self-confidence because he was so prepared that he knows what it feels like when the ball's going to go in and when it doesn't? Steph Curry takes 500 three-pointers a day, even before his game. He's been in the NBA now for 16 years. 16 years at 500 shots a day. That's 2,920,000 shots to make 4,000. And then people wonder where his confidence comes from. People wonder why he could just take a shot, turn around and start running on defense because he already knows the ball is going to go in. So when you see somebody as confident as a Steph Curry, it's not because they were born with this confidence. It's because they put in the work in advance to be so prepared that they don't hope they're going to win. They don't hope the ball's going to go in. They expect it because they've done the work necessary to turn that expectation into a reality. You have to put in the work up front to have the self-confidence to deliver the way you would want to. Number three, mentors who have done it. When you have mentors that are mentoring you, like, here's the deal. There's a lot of people that are training you and speaking to you, and maybe you hear them often, but do you have a real mentor? Like a real mentor? And some of you are like, yes, I have a mentor. Okay, just because you were a part of someone's business or their team doesn't mean that they are your mentor. It just means that you are hearing them maybe train once in a while. Are you seeking mentorship? Mentorship are people who have gone the way. They know how to do it. They can train you, coach you because they are experiencing it and living it. They know the way. They know how to do it. Do you have a mentor? Or are you just showing up to these trainings hoping to figure it out? See, mentorship is seeked out. A mentor doesn't seek the mentee. A mentee seeks the mentor. And so if you seek out mentorship and you find somebody that not only knows the way, but goes the way and is willing to show the way, now all of a sudden it becomes easy to have self-confidence. Why? Because you're not going off your understanding, you're going off the understanding of the mentor who has already done it before. And the Bible says, lean not on your own understanding. See, I don't lean on my own understanding when it comes to business, at least in the beginning stages of this business. I leaned on the understanding of mentors, coaches, and leaders that have done this already. So my confidence didn't come from 100% my own ability. My confidence came from their confidence, and their confidence came from their results. So I borrowed their belief until I had the results to believe it myself. If you want to have a higher level of self-confidence, make sure that you are constantly seeking mentorship to make sure that you are on the right path. Because if you have any doubt that you are on the wrong path, you are not going to execute with the same conviction, belief, and you are not going to have the same confidence throughout the process. Seek mentorship, even if that you don't always have to say, hey, how do I do this? Sometimes mentorship is, this is what I'm doing. Am I on the right path? This is what I'm doing. Would you change anything about it? If you want to build self-confidence, seek mentorship because they've done it, and your belief and self-confidence can come from their belief in what they've already done and accomplished. Number 4, know that your life has purpose. If you are living a life where you don't feel like your life has purpose, it's hard to have self-confidence when you don't even think that your life is worth living, when you don't even think that your life has significance. I want to be very clear with you. Your life has significance. Your life has purpose. If you have breath in your lungs, that means you have life left to live, which means that the purpose for your life is still ready and waiting for you. Well, then let me ask you a question. Are you speaking greatness over your life? Are you breathing greatness over your life? Or are you breathing doubt? Are you breathing worry? Are you breathing insignificance? Are you breathing anxiety? Are you breathing things that don't serve you? Or are you breathing greatness over your life? If breath means that you have life and there's still breath in your lungs, there's still oxygen in your lungs, that means that you have purpose left in your life. And if you are not stepping into that, why even have that breath there if you're not going to step into it? You were put on this earth for a reason. When you know your life matters, you walk a little bit different. You talk a little bit different. You treat people different because your life matters. You need to know your life matters. You have breath in your lungs. You have time left on the clock. Your life has meaning. Your life isn't over. Walk in it, talk in it, act in it, step into it. Live a purpose-driven life. And last but not least, number 5, if you want to build confidence, is you got to have faith. You got to have faith. You got to go from operating with confidence to operating with Godfidence. You got to have a little bit of faith. You got to believe. See, people ask me, Matt, where does your self-confidence come from? It's not, I don't have self-confidence. I got self-Godfidence. I know who created me, and I know my creator doesn't make mistakes. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I know he created me perfectly in his image. I might not be perfect, but he created me perfectly in his image, which means that he has equipped me with everything that I need in order to accomplish the mission that he's given me for my life. Why would God give me the dream if he also didn't give me the capacity to accomplish it? That doesn't make any sense. God has given you a capacity to accomplish incredible things with your life. And so if you want to have a different level of confidence, you got to go from confidence to Godfidence. And the only way that happens is if you can operate with a little bit of faith. This is what I realize. If our creator created the heavens and the earth, and I'm looking at this earth, I'm like, this is miraculous. This is incredible. This is amazing. The earth is so large, and I'm literally the size of a speck on this earth. And so if everything else is created with perfection and it's so much bigger than me, why in the world would I be messed up? To doubt yourself is to doubt your creator. And to doubt your creator is to lack faith. So some of us call ourselves believers, but then we doubt ourselves, which is the complete opposite of being a believer. To be a believer means that you believe that you were created perfectly in his image, that you were created to do incredible things in this world, that you were created to live a life that was well lived, a life that left this world better than we found it. Your life has purpose. And if we can know that, and we can step into that, you can do anything. Who could be against you if your creator is for you? Stop looking at how big the obstacle is and start looking at how large your creator is. If we're going to change the industry, we're not going to do it at our current size. We need to grow, we need to get better, and we need to get bigger. And the only way that we do that is if more people step up and say, you know what, I'm going to be a leader. I was created perfectly in his image. There's no goal too big, no task I can't accomplish, no Goliath I can't take out. I can do anything I put my mind to. And if we can start to operate with that unwavering self-confidence, you become very dangerous, not only in business, but you become dangerous in this world.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.